This is ISOM 310 final presentation. This is team number 1. Our topic is driverless cars. This is Gabriela Montero.
Tara Parekh.
And I'm Tyler Heineman. So we all know that Google is an innovator in technology, and right now they're the leader for driverless cars. Their robotic cars have about $150,000 in equipment, including radar, which uses radio waves to determine the range, altitude, direction, and speed of objects. Along with that, there's a $70,000 LiDAR system, which the acronym means Light Detection and Ranging. This is a remote sensing technology that measures distance by illuminating a target with a laser and analyzing the reflected light. The rangefinder mounted on top of the car is a Velodyne 64 beam laser. This laser allows the vehicle to generate a detailed 3D map of its environment using its intricate geographic information systems. The car then takes these generated maps and combines them with high-resolution maps of the world, producing different types of data models that allow it to drive itself. These maps are based off of Google's GPS systems, Google Earth, Google Maps, and Google Street View. Currently, as of June 2014, the system works with a very high-definition inch precision map of the area the vehicle is expected to use, including how high the traffic lights are. In addition to onboard systems, some computation is performed on remote computer farms. Now Gabriella will talk about the safety issues.
This car has some safety issues. For example, the main liability with the driverless cars is not if they will be able to see an object an object on time, or be how they will react to it. For example, if an empty garbage bag is flying around on the road, the computer will not know if it's safe to drive over on time. This will result in the car coming to an unexpected halt, which in result can be coming to a collision with the car behind you, with the car in front of you, and if you're in an intersection with the car that's coming right through you. Also, the public perception of the cars is kind of skeptical. The public does not know whether or not to trust the cars that is going to be driving itself. In this video, we can see what the public is thinking about the driverless cars.
Now is the time to apply for health insurance.
To the Massachusetts Health Connector. Go on.
Sponsored by NatureBox for great tasting healthy snacks. Welcome to the Know. My name is Gray, and Google has just revealed its latest version of the self-driving car, which is exactly what it sounds like, a driverless automobile that runs on its own, with no one behind the wheel. How cool and or crazy is that? The new gadget might look like an upgraded smart car, and it is filled with some pretty advanced technology. However, for everything that it does have, it's missing some pretty important parts normally considered absolutely necessary in any car. For instance, there's no steering wheel, accelerator pedal, or the most unusual choice of all, no brake pedal. Try selling that to a first-time car buyer. But don't think it's just going to drive itself aimlessly down the streets until it suddenly decides to shut down. It's fully electric and has 2 buttons that will start the car and stop it in an emergency. Oh, and did I mention that the car does have cup holders, so that completely makes up for the lack of brake, steering wheel, and gas pedal, am I right? In terms of the car's safety, the windshield is made of a flexible plastic, and the front of the body is made up of a soft foam to lessen the amount of damage potentially caused in an accident. And the car also has sensors to combat blind spots and help indicate objects might seem closer than they appear, like up to 2 football fields away. For the last test, the car's top speed is capped at 25 miles per hour. However, in a bold statement by Google co-founder Sergey Brin, he says there is nothing to say that once you demonstrate the safety, why can't you go 100 miles per hour? I don't know. Maybe because if you're going to be not driving at 100 miles per hour, you might want an emergency steering wheel, accelerator, or brake. But who knows? Google might surprise us. So, what do you think? Is Google's new no person, no wheel, no pedal car cool? Dangerous? Is it the next step before flying cars? Let us know what you think.
As we could see, people are not completely sold on the idea that having a car that drives itself is the best thing.
How about the impact on insurance? Insurance companies will likely change with these automated cars in the market. The main question is if 2 automated cars get into an accident, who will pay for the repairs? John Villasener, an engineering professor at UCLA, has stated, If, as a result, a vehicle causes a frontal collision, a person who suffers injuries or economic losses due to the collision could file a design defects claim against the manufacturer. A recent study conducted by Research and Development Corporation, or RAND Corp., backs up Villa Center's statement with the prediction that personal liability will decrease and manufacturer's liability will increase. Also, Basil Enon, the boss of an online insurance broker called CoverHound, goes as far as to offer insurance at a lower premium to those who drive cars with assisted driving features. Now on to ethics. One of the biggest ethical dilemmas concerning driverless cars is called the tunnel problem. This problem proposes that hypothetically, if a driverless car drives on a narrow road and a child falls in the middle of the road, the car has the option to continue on the road and kill the child, or to stare off into the side of the tunnel and kill the driver. Let's say in this scenario, death is guaranteed either for the child or driver. A situation such as this makes it difficult for humans to make the ethical decision. Should it be left up to the cars to decide which decision to make? That would certainly take the pressure of making a decision out of the driver. The cars can be traced back to the manufacturers who designed the car, who would then have unfairly to carry the blame for the outcome in these ethical decisions. Jason Miller, the philosopher who presented this problem, polled 138 respondents who should make the decision. It showed that 46% of respondents believe that the driver should make the decision, 31% of respondents believe the lawmakers should make the decision, and lastly, only 12% believe that the cars should be programmed to make a certain decision.
So whether the automated car will be able to make safe and ethical choices, or if the choices are entirely dependent on the driver, is a decision in which Google must make in order to move forward in getting their cars on the road. There will be some accidents that are unavoidable, such as the tunnel problem. Nonetheless, if the automated cars reduce the total number of accidents, even if it's just by one, the most reasonable thing to do is to get the cars on the road. Thank you.
Thank you.